She's changing the norms one reel at a time.
I'm someone who loves being in front of the camera, so content creation comes easy to me.
A dancer breaking the glass ceiling.
My main profession is that I act and I dance. Uh, yeah, and that happened, and I started enjoying it.
NewsX influencer A-list proudly recognizes Shruti Sinha for influence in dance. Hello and welcome. You're joining us on NewsX Influencer A-list. With us today is Shruti Sinha. Now, with more than 1.5 million followers on Instagram, she's breaking all barriers. Firstly, Shruti, thank you so much for being with us on NewsX and a very warm welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited for this.
Okay, so let's just quickly, dive in, and I want to know from you. You create content for the internet, right? You're a digital content creator. Why did you choose the digital medium?
Um, okay, firstly, let's get this clear out there. I am firstly an actor and a dancer,
Okay.
and people saw me on TV, and I'm guessing they liked my personality, so they decided to follow me on Instagram, and that's when I started creating content.
Okay.
That wasn't like, oh, that wasn't like my go-to profession that I chose,
Hmm.
because I'm someone who loves being in front of the camera, so content creation comes easy to me.
Hmm.
So otherwise, my main profession is that I act and I dance. Uh, yeah, and that happened, and I started enjoying it because the responses that I was getting, everything, like the growth was just like. So I think from the TV shows that I did, I got about like 600K,
Yeah.
and above that, people start following me for my content,
Hmm.
and that's how it started. And I absolutely sometimes I always have like everybody, I have these like uh, artist block that I
Yeah.
don't know what to do next. Like right now, I feel like whatever I'm posting is so monotonous. All my photos are the same. I don't like following trends.
Hmm.
Like I do it. I do follow trends, but in my own different way. Like
Yeah.
I will probably pick the same song and do a different choreography, or do the same choreography on a different song, or because I feel like I want to do something out of the box and not follow the trend. So I don't know if that's working for me or not. Right now, I feel like now I have this artist block phase that is going on. I feel like sometimes my content is very monotonous, but I think that also helps uh, give me a clear picture of what I actually want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, feedback, right? You're saying helps a lot when it comes to creating content on the digital platform. So then I want to know from you, Shruti, now, of course, there are lots of people out there who put out comments, right? And a lot of them can be comments that empower you, but they can also be comments that objectify you in a certain way. Has that ever stood in the way of you being yourself or creating content that you want to create?
No, it's not a hindrance for me, but
Hmm.
I'm sure it would be for a lot of people because sometimes, like, I have grown a thick skin. These comments don't bother me at all. I know that my managers call me and they're like, people are commenting this, delete the photo. And I was like, it's my profile. I can post whatever I want. Um, so I'm a pole dancer, okay? And people look down upon pole dancing as an art form. It's a beautiful art form and it's extremely tough. They don't get that. They just think that if you're doing pole dance, you're a stripper. So imagine the kind of hate that I've received.
Yeah.
But I didn't give like I didn't pay any attention to it. And now when I post it, I have millions of views on my pole dancing videos because it's an art form and not a lot of people do it in India. And
Yeah.
my way of doing it is not exotic. I mean, I would I just don't prefer doing exotic pole dancing, which strippers do.
Hmm.
But I don't mind trying it. Like,
So
do you get it?
now that you've given us a brief, I'm sure a lot of viewers watching this telecast, myself included. In fact, I'm having this conversation with you. I don't know the difference. Can you help us understand what the difference basically is?
Okay. Yes. So exotic pole dancing is when what strippers do basically.
Okay.
And okay, firstly, pole you cannot like wear full clothes and do pole because you
Hmm.
need your skin to grip.
Yeah.
So automatically there are less clothes, there are shorts and there's a sports bra, and people feel like, oh, you're stripping for because you're a stripper and you're doing pole dancing. No, but to get on a pole to climb, you need skin. We
Yeah.
get bruises, we like if you see, I have like man arms. I have like cuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes people look at me and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you just but it's just the strength that we need to do a pull up. Every
Mm.
move on a pole is a pull up.
Yeah.
And so what I do, what I'm trying to do
Mm.
is a more graceful way, like a contemporary dancer, because that's what I do, a
Mm.
contemporary dancer. So I try to incorporate that on pole. So I do like a flow thing.
Mm.
Exotic is where you wear heels and then it's basically very sexy. And
Okay.
I love to look at exotic videos.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. Like even jazz can be sexy, wear heels and
So is the
do
reason why
jazz.
you don't experiment with exotic a lot? Like you said, on your channel, you do a more graceful version
No,
of it. Is it because
that
of
is because
the kind
no,
of
that's not because of people.
no?
No, no,
Okay.
no. No, because people don't know the difference anyway, right? If you do
Right.
graceful, if you do exotic, people are still gonna comment. I
Right.
personally don't do it because I feel like I want to master this first and then get into that.
Okay.
I'm very like focused when I'm learning something. I don't want to do everything together and mix everything and confuse my body. I feel like I want to master one thing first, and that's when I move on. I've ordered my pleasers. Pleasers are the 10-inch heels that I will start learning pretty soon. But right now, I'm not doing that because I want to master this first.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it has nothing to do with what people say. I went on a trip and this girl who was traveling with me called me indecent. She said this place is very decent. I wanted to click a photo climbing a street lamp.
Yeah.
Uh, I just want to do a move and like climb a street lamp and click a photo. And she
Mm.
said this place is very decent and you and your pole dancing is indecent. So don't do it here. This is someone who's educated, who's been in the industry and goes through the same thing that I go through. This someone who has been and seen everything.
Yeah.
And I was just like so shocked. And I gave it back and I said, do you know how much practice and how much hard work goes behind one move that pole dancers do?
Yeah.
You have no idea. I said, do one class with me and you'll have so much respect for them. Because
I
like we can't walk, okay? Because every grip you get bruised everywhere. It looks like someone's done something to you. And people just like past comments like हाँ ऐसे ही तो है indecent है अरे आप गाना गाते हो गाना गाने में भी उतनी मेहनत जाती है that's another art form pole dancing any form of dancing any form of
very
art is
interesting.
art.
Absolutely, and art must be respected, and in fact, it must be propagated. So, from where you see it, now that we're talking about pole dance, and I know I'm going a little off track here, but do you think that there are enough influencers out there, or digital content creators, or even people in the mainstream media that are talking about pole dancing, or the fact that this is an art form that requires so much, that goes so much into it? And is that a cause
No,
that you
among
want to pick up? Is that a cause that you want to work towards, normalizing the fact that a dancer is a dancer, be it a classical dancer or be it a pole dancer?
I mean I don't want to take that responsibility to change the world because one person can't, but I'm doing my bit. I've started teaching. I never wanted to teach because I used to teach when I was 13 and I decided then that once I get like 30, 35 and nothing's working out in my life, I will start teaching. But I started teaching pole dancing because I just want more people to do it. I want to introduce them to pole and they come for a free trial class. Yes, I'm doing my bit. I can't change the world. If I type a caption also, some people will read it, some people will be like, अरे क्या बकवास कर रही है. तो मुझे वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेनी ही नहीं है. मैं जिसके साथ people who come to me and they ask me about pole, I am ready to give them answers and educate them on that. And it's basic. It's an art form. It's not. It's very new. It's fairly new in India, and that's why. But now it's like coming up because Jacqueline did it. Now a lot of actresses are doing it. A lot of people are doing it. So it's growing now.
Okay. Then I also want to, in fact, ask you about your social media journey because you're a dancer, you're an actor, but now you're also a content creator, right? Like you said that you are now creating content for digital platforms. Um, Was it all organic in a sense, your growth, Shruti? Was it organic, or did you have to, let's say, indulge in paid promotions at any point in time when you started out or much later?
No, luckily not for me. I like every time I have to send my insights to my team or any brand, and I every time I open it, they're also like your interaction and your impressions are so good. Touch wood. Uh, I don't know. I feel like whatever I'm creating, I look at it like, oh, probably my audience would like to see this,
Yeah.
you know? Uh, and that's how I have started thinking now, but I haven't changed myself. I'm still myself. I put out, at the end of the day, I always put out what I like,
Hmm.
but keeping in mind that my audience would like this too. And I keep asking them, what do you want to see next? Do you think,
Even the
should I
fact
like,
that even the fact that now pole dancing is picking up so much, and you're of course one of the front runners when it comes to the entire dance form. So you're saying that is also all organic, so this is all what people want to see. This has nothing to do
yeah,
with emotions.
no. So when initially I used to post pole dancing videos, no interact, not a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
Like likes were fairly like comparatively much lesser than what I usually get. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. And one day I was like, might as well. I'm putting in so much effort. I'll just shoot a video and I posted it, and it has like 5 million views. And that's when I started posting again and people started liking. And I was like, okay, maybe now they're liking it. But I never stopped. Like, I knew that my pole dance videos aren't doing that well, but I still posted them for myself. So I keep a balance. And I think that is why my growth has been like, I think Feb to April, I got like 300K followers. And I was just like, wow, how every 1 month later, I'm like 1.2 million, 1 month later, 1.3 million. I was just like, how is this happening? But I realized that my songs came out. And with that, I was putting like BTS and things that are related to what's happening in my life. And that is what has been working for me
All
till
right.
now.
Thank you so much, Shruti. It's been a very fun conversation. And I'm so glad that you could join us and explain to us what pole dancing is. And I'm sure this is going to help a lot of young girls out there who, in fact, want to take up the dance form. And more power to you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.